So I'm not telling Brandi how to grieve, but for her to, mention her dad and how she was emotional because she just lost her dad and she got caught out for talking about Malaysia so much. I feel like that would have been interesting to hear as well. Like, I would have liked to hear about her dad and the impact that he had and how he raised her, and how she's dealing with the news with her family and her son, like anything other than Malaysia and their friendship, because I really feel like she made like her dad, in a way, she made her dad pass away about Malaysia too, when she said Malaysia didn't reach out to her. You think I care? But like I said, I can't. You really can't tell anybody how to grieve. But I feel like I wouldn't even really be worried about it. It almost reminds me of, remember when Nene was getting upset with the Real Housewives of Atlanta ladies when Greg passed away for only pitching in to get a bouquet of flowers for her. And it's just like, that's what you nitpick. But then again, maybe, when you're grieving, you say anything, and what you feel as though is rational, it just may not be. Or so maybe that's what it is. But I do feel like her talking about Malaysia has more to do with maybe her not processing the situation more than her dad passing away. You know what I mean? Because if anything, I feel like that situation would have trumped her friendship with Malaysia and them not being friends anymore, kind of thing. Because I feel like at Brandi's grown big age, she had to have other friends other than Malaysia. So we can't even really say like, oh, well, maybe she needed Malaysia for support. I'm pretty sure she got other family members and other friends that can support her in that time of need. But then again, like I said, everybody grieves differently. Even for myself, I feel like I like to be left alone. I actually don't want nobody to help me or ask me anything, kind of thing. I just feel like I have to deal with my burdens and my challenges, like walk through them and work through them on my own. So, I really don't need people to reach out to me. But everybody's different, and maybe Brandi's different. But like I said, I'm glad people called her out on Twitter about her talking about Malaysia so much. And as you can see, her tweets were saying, y'all, I came to film a month after I buried my dad. I was so emotional and hurt. I thought I could film and it would take my mind off it, but it didn't. Then she also tweeted, I didn't film for a little bit because I went through a health scare that I'm still monitoring. And which we're going to, we already talked about in the last video. Definitely going to keep her in prayer. And then she responded back. Well, she said, also, I haven't filmed in so long that I forgot how it went. LOL. I'm responding to questions that were constantly being asked and seen. Trust me, I literally got annoyed and not wanting to. Now I know how to handle that moving forward. LOL. But honestly, if that's the case, I feel like the producer will ask you other things that you have going on in your life as well. Because if we put the shoe on the other foot, like I said, we see Malaysia, she's talking to her sister, her family, she's talking about, co-parenting kind of thing with her ex-husband and raising her kids. Like, she don't even really talk about Brandi. So I feel like Brandi can have the same type of situation going on regardless of what producers or people behind the scenes are asking her. Answer the question one time, definitely, put it in stone, and then move on, like say it in a definite final way, kind of like, and that's on that. And then I feel like the producers will pivot, but I feel like she just overly consumed by this Malaysia thing. I hope she works it out. I understand like friendships go through their ups and downs and things like that. And I honestly thought, as grown as they are, that I'm not going to say they wouldn't be as close, but I just understand like when you're grown and you have like bills, family, job, work, businesses, school, like a bunch of things, like you may not be able to talk to your friends 24/7 and be around them 24/7. So that's what I figured would probably should be going on between Brandi and Malaysia. So I'm just surprised that it's not, to the point where like I feel like if either one of them grow distant from each other, it's okay. Like they'll eventually get back on track, because like maybe life's priorities on somebody's end is more demanding than the other person, and it could flip and vice versa and things like that. But eventually, like, it'll get to the right place, or it may not recover. Sometimes friendships just end naturally, and that's okay too. So I'm just like, Brandi, you should have other things going on in your life to occupy your time other than this friendship with Malaysia. And that's probably why the producers keep asking about it, because she probably don't really have nothing else going on to talk about. I guess the only time they probably really get some passion or some energy behind her is when she's talking about Malaysia. But I'm glad other people called her out on Twitter about the situation. And there you guys have it, the responses. But let me know what you guys think. Is Brandi overly obsessed with this Malaysia storyline, or are the producers to blame because they keep asking her? Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.